Which is better, the LG Stylo 5 or the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus? Well, in this video, we're going to find out as I compare these two smartphones that feature built-in styluses. Follow me on Instagram at KevinBreezeTV. Please join the Kevin Breeze Tech community on Facebook to chat about budget smartphones, ask questions, and help others. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my comparison video between the LG Stylo 5 and the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Now the LG Stylo 5 is very new to the market. This is the successor to the LG Stylo 4, and it was released in early July. Now the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus is brand new to the market and is one of Samsung's most premium offerings. Now the LG Stylo 5 is a more budget-oriented device and definitely is dramatically cheaper than the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Now this version of the LG Stylo 5 is actually the Cricket wireless version of the phone, and this is the blonde rose color, which is an exclusive to Cricket. Now I paid $229 for this device, and I believe it's available a little bit cheaper now with different promotions. Now I'm especially looking forward to the factory unlocked version of the LG Stylo 5 to come out eventually. I don't know when that's going to come out, but when it does, I will be leaving a link to it in the video description. But in addition to getting the LG Stylo 5 from Cricket, you can also currently get it from Metro by T-Mobile, regular T-Mobile, Boost Mobile, and Sprint. And I believe it's going to make its way to even more carriers in the future. Now this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. This is the factory unlocked version of the phone, which means that it's going to work with any of the 4 major US carriers, including AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, and Verizon, as well as the smaller prepaid carriers such as Boost Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, and Cricket. So you can use this with pretty much anything, which is really nice. Now this device currently retails for $1099. Now, if you don't want to get the Plus like this, then you can save $100 by going with the regular Note 10. The LG Stylo 5 features a large 6.2-inch display, but the Note 10 Plus features an even larger display at 6.8 inches. So you can see, holding the two phones side by side with the bottom of the two displays lining up, the Note 10 Plus is dramatically larger, which is pretty funny because the LG Stylo 5 is a very large phone itself. The LG Stylo 5 has a 1080p display with an 18:9 aspect ratio, and the Galaxy Note 10 Plus features a 1440p display with a 19:9 aspect ratio. Now both displays do look really good on both phones. Of course the one on the Note 10 Plus is a lot better, but the 1080p display in the Stylo 5 is not bad at all. Both phones feature displays with very good colors, which makes them really good for watching video content, going on social media, and browsing the web. I also like how both phones feature very tall and narrow displays, which is pretty much the direction the phones are going nowadays, but it's a lot different from the typical 16:9 smartphones that we would get in the past. The LG Stylo 5 features a 5-megapixel front-facing camera, and the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus features a 10-megapixel front-facing camera. With the LG Stylo 5, we are getting 32 gigabytes of internal storage, and with the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, we're getting 256 gigs of storage. Now, of course, if you want to pay a little bit more, you can get even extra storage with a 512 gigabyte option. So you're definitely getting a lot more storage with the Galaxy Note 10. There is no wireless charging on the LG Stylo 5, but with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, we are getting wireless charging. Both devices do feature fingerprint sensors, with the LG Stylo 5 having its fingerprint sensor on the back. So we'll try that out right now. And that was really quick. And we'll try it out now on the Galaxy Note 10. And this is an in-screen fingerprint sensor, and it works really well too. So it really depends on your personal preference, but both phones do feature fingerprint sensors in convenient locations. Of course, having a built-in fingerprint sensor in the display is something that is a more modern feature that we're mostly only seeing in premium handsets. Now, the camera modules on the backside of these two devices are definitely very different. So on the LG Stylo 5, we have a single camera on the back, which is 13 megapixels. And on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, we have 3 different cameras with a 12 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel secondary camera that is a telephoto lens, and a third camera that's a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. There is no portrait mode with the camera on the back for the LG Stylo 5, but we do get portrait mode with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus on the back and front. Now, the LG Stylo 5 does actually have portrait mode with the front-facing camera, which is pretty cool to see. Now, of course, there are some pretty big differences in design with these two devices. The LG Stylo 5 has much thicker bezels all around, and we do not have a notch on the top. Now, with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, it's the complete opposite. We have razor-thin bezels here, and we have a hole punch for the front-facing camera. The LG Stylo 5 has 3 GB of RAM, and with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, we get 12 gigs of RAM, so a lot more RAM. Now with the LG Stylo 5, we have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 450 processor, which is not a bad processor, but with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, we have the Snapdragon 855 from Qualcomm, which is one of the best processors out there. Now, video recording on the LG Stylo 5 maxes out at 1080p at 30 frames per second, and with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, we are getting 4K video recording at 60 frames per second. Now, with the LG Stylo 5, we have a 3,500 mAh internal battery, which is pretty massive, but we get an even bigger internal battery with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus at 4,300 mAh. The good news though is that with both devices, you are going to be getting very good battery life. Now, both phones run Android 9 Pie. Now, the LG Stylo 5 has LG Skin added over, and with the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, we have Samsung Skin. So if you're really into stock Android, then you're probably not going to like either of these two phones. Now that we've compared the specifications of these two devices, let's now take a deeper look at the hardware. Now on the left side here on the LG Stylo 5, we have the volume buttons and we have the slot for the microSD card and SIM card. We also have a metal band going all around the LG Stylo 5, which is pretty sharp and premium looking. We also have a metal band going around the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and we have the volume button on the top here and power button under that. Then taking a look on the right side of both phones, on the LG Stylo 5, we have the power button, and on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, we have nothing. Then taking a look at the top of the two phones, they both have the noise-canceling microphone, but on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, we also have the slot for the microSD card and SIM card. Then on the bottom of the two devices, we do have a decent amount of similarities here. Now with the LG Stylo 5, we do have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is something that we don't get with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. If you want to use your traditional 3.5mm headphones with this device, you are going to have to use an adapter. So if you're really into that, then maybe you want to go with the LG Stylo 5. Now both phones do feature a microphone on the bottom. They both have USB-C for charging and data transfer, and they both have a speaker. And another thing they both have, which is pretty much the reason why I made this video in the first place, is that they both have a stylus. Now there are some pretty major differences though with the two styluses. So I'll take them out right now so that you can see the difference. So we'll start with the LG Stylo 5, if I can get it out. My fingers are kind of slippery today for some reason. Now you can see here this stylus is pretty boring and plain. There are no buttons anywhere around here. It's just a stationary stylus with a small felt tip on the top. And when I removed it from the bottom here, I did have to kind of stick my fingernail in there and pry up. Now we do have some different things that we can use this stylus for, and honestly this kind of deserves its own separate video because there's so much I can talk about. But we get Pop Memo, Coloring Book, Draw Chat, Quick Memo Plus, Capture Plus, and you can really draw some nice looking images with this stylus. Now with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, you can remove the stylus by first pressing in on it, which kind of snaps it out. Now once it's removed, we get kind of a similar configuration here with different options, such as creating a note, viewing all notes, Smart Select, Screen Write, Live Messages, AR Doodle, and Translate and Pen Up, and you can even add more of them if you want to. Now we do have a button on the top of the stylus. We also have another button on the side, which can be configured to do a variety of different things, and that's considered an app action. You can also see a little cursor floating over the display even when you're not touching the display itself with the stylus. So a very sophisticated and advanced stylus with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. You'll definitely be able to get a lot more precision and less lag and stuff than you would with the stylus with the LG Stylo 5. But you definitely need to consider how much cheaper the LG Stylo 5 is than the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, so definitely take that into account. Let's now do a speed test comparison between these two devices. So we're first going to start by pulling up the camera. So 1, 2, 3, go. And the Galaxy Note 10 Plus was a lot quicker at pulling that up. Let's now go to Google Chrome. 1, 2, 3, go. And the Galaxy Note 10 was almost near instant at pulling up Google Chrome, with the LG Stylo 5 definitely being a bit slower. Let's go to yahoo.com. 1, 2, 3, go. And that was very quick on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Let's go to Engadget.com. 1, 2, 3, go. Wow, and in that test, the LG Stylo 5 is first to pull up the website. We'll try out some scrolling here. And you can see scrolling is dramatically smoother on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus compared to the Stylo 5. Now the Stylo 5 still does perform decently well. It's not bad by any means, especially for how much cheaper it is. But there's no getting around that you're going to get the better web browsing experience with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Let's now go to this link. 1, 2, 3, go. Looks like the Note 10 Plus was quicker at pulling up that link. You can also see that more content is displayed on the Note 10 Plus's screen. Now I'm sure going into this comparison, you already knew that the Note 10 Plus was going to be the better phone of the two. But the point of this video is to give you an idea of how much better it is. Because if you really are considering getting a smartphone with a built-in stylus, these are your two main options in the US. Of course, you can always go for a used Galaxy Note 9, or you can go for an LG Stylo 4. But if you want to get the latest and greatest from both LG and Samsung, and you want to decide on which phone is better worth your money, there's really two main things that you need to consider. First thing is, do you need flagship level performance? If you do, then you might want to go for the Note 10 Plus. And the second thing is that, do you think you will be using the stylus a lot and using a bunch of different features related to it? Or are you simply just going to use your stylus to navigate around the device, draw a few pictures, write a few notes here and there, and that's it? If that's the case, then your stylus needs will definitely be fulfilled with the LG Stylo 5. But if you're trying to do more than that, and you really want the best technology in the market related to a built-in stylus in a phone, then it seems like the Galaxy Note 10 Plus is probably the way to go. So I'm really interested to know your thoughts about these two devices. Would you rather save the money and go with the LG Stylo 5? Or would you rather pay about 5 times more and get the Galaxy Note 10 Plus? And let me know if you think it's worth saving $100 to go with the Note 10 over the Note 10 Plus. Definitely interested to know your thoughts about that. But this is Kevin here, and this is the LG Stylo 5 versus the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.